So this is the story about how I got jumped. There's like 3 parts to the story. This happened over the course of 3 days, like leading up to the jumping. So just to give you a little idea of who I was in middle school. I was never somebody that was always fighting in school. I was not a fighter. I was the quiet one. So for me to get to this point was pretty crazy. I had my group of girls that I hung out with. We were the fun, loving type of group. We always danced, you would always see us laughing. It was just a good time. You know, me and my girls just hanging out. We're probably in a hallway dancing, you know, just being ourselves. And of course, what does that attract? The ugly girls, the ugly girls. I shouldn't say that, I'm just kidding. But the troublemakers. It was about 4 of them, but only 2 of them are important in this story. We're gonna give them names. We're gonna give troublemaker 1, let's call her Baldy. And then we're gonna call troublemaker number 2, Debo. Okay, so let me tell you how these girls were so annoying. I mean, just bothering us for no reason. Like, out of all the people in the school, why us? Why us? It all started when I saw Baldy in the hallway one day. We were walking in opposite directions. She gave me a really dirty look and I was like, okay, whatever. And you know, back then, when you got a dirty look, automatically you have beef. So, you know, I told my friends about it. It was like, this girl, I don't think she liked me or whatever. We brushed it off. It was nothing because, like I said, we are not troublemakers. We are not fighters. All of a sudden, we go to gym. Now, before we go down to the gym, we all in the locker room, we're changing our clothes. So we make our way down to the gym. And before we start the lesson, we all walk in a circle around the gym. So we're walking, me and my friends are walking together, we're talking, we're laughing, we're having a good time. All of a sudden, I feel a big bump on my shoulder. Tell me why Baldy had the audacity to look at me and go, oops, sorry. I kid you not. It was like a movie. Like, so I look at my friend, I look at the girl, and then I look back at my friend like, did that really just happen? Did she just really bump me? No problem. Brushed it off, but I had my eye on that girl for the duration of gym class. After gym class, we make our way to lunch. We're sitting at the table, we're joking, we're laughing, we're having a good time, eating our lunch, and then all of a sudden, I see something fly across, that something almost hit me. So I was like, okay. I don't remember who threw what or who did what, but we had discussed who's gonna throw something over there back at them. A jelly bean got thrown over at their end. It hit Baldy. They all got up. They was like, who the F is throwing it? Who throwing jelly beans? So me and my friends be like, oh God, we hit them. We like, oh my God. So here come Baldy. Mind you, our table is on one end of the cafeteria and their table is all the way on the other side of the cafeteria. So here come Baldy and crew. They coming over here. They immediately came over here like they just knew it was us who threw the jelly bean. It could have been anybody. Did you effing throw something at me? Did you throw this candy at me? There was this kid over here, we're gonna call him Jay. He was the class clown. So Baldy is over here yelling at all of me and my friends, and then Jay's over here, he gonna look at me and go, you gonna let her yell at you like that? You gonna let her talk to you like that? So now he being an instigator. Mind you, I'm shaking in my boots because you know that feeling you get right before you about to fight? And at that time, I knew I was about to fight. And now I feel like I gotta prove something because he put me on the spot. She like, I will beat your A. I will beat your A. And I was like, okay. Even though I'm scared, I know I could whoop that tail. So Jay come over here again with his little skinny self talking about, y'all about to fight? You gonna fight her? And then Baldy goes, yeah, let's fight. So I look at my friends is looking at me. Now I have a real decision to make at this point. Everything started moving in slow motion. My armpits start sweating, my forehead starts sweating, my mustache starts sweating. It's getting real hot in here. I just feel like everybody is looking at me. Everybody in the whole cafeteria is looking at me at this point, and we're just waiting. Everyone's waiting on my decision. So you know, I had one of those crossbody book bags from back in the day. So I took off my book bag. Let me tell you, the whole cafeteria was like, whoa! Everybody was screaming, everybody was jumping in their seats. It was crazy. Food was flying everywhere, chairs, it was crazy. I'm standing up, I'm trying to remember all the techniques my sister taught me. This is it. I'm about to fight. I get in my stance, like my sister taught me. She's like, cover your face, make sure they don't get your face or whatever. And she like, oh, so what the F do you want to do? So what the F do you want to do? I'm quiet, because at this point, I'm scared, but like, I'm not going to back down, but I don't want to say too much to actually make her jump on me. So I'm in my stance or whatever, and I'm waiting on her. You know when you get in your stance, you kind of lean back and you just waiting for them to hit you? So I'm like, hit me. Hit me, hit me. At this point, everybody come behind me, everybody crowding around us. It's crazy. Shorty started walking toward me, so she swing, she missed, boop, boop, boop. I hit her, she hit me, bang, bang, bang. It's whatever, it's nothing. It's nothing, it's nothing. So we start taking the fight from the cafeteria into the hallway. I don't know why we did that. I don't know how we got from the cafeteria to the hallway. I remember how we got from the cafeteria to the hallway, because the teachers were coming and I was trying to leave. So we still fighting, but we like kind of fighting and walking at the same time. It's crazy. And everybody's just like moving with us. It's like a big fucking herd of people. We just moving together as one. So we in the hallway now. We scrapping, everybody like, oh, we fighting. And she like, why you backing up? Why you backing up? Why you backing up? We got a couple of hits in, and I didn't want to fight no more. Plus, I was scared. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was afraid. But by that time, everything got broken up. The teachers got there. Thank God the teachers arrived, because I saw her friends coming in. They were getting closer. It was gonna be bad. It was gonna be bad. I didn't see my friends anywhere in sight. All I just saw was random lunchroom people, and it was gonna be bad. That was the end of day 1. Before we get into day 2, the rest of that day, I'm just like, I cannot believe that I got into a fight. Nobody got in trouble. We didn't go to the principal's office or anything like that, because everything happened so quickly and nobody snitched. You know how they have their fake cameras in the hallway. Those cameras didn't work, so they really didn't know what happened. So nobody got in trouble that day, thank goodness, because if I did, I would have gotten beaten when I got home. Moving on into day 2. So now it's the next morning. I'm on the bus. I'm talking to my friend B, and I'm like, girl, this is not gonna go well. Like, I don't even want to go to school today. Thank goodness no fight happened, but there was a lot of dirty looks, a lot of gossip about one of them coming to fight me during lunchtime, one of them coming to fight me during gym. It was a lot going on. So I was on alert the entire day. It was exhausting. It was mentally exhausting, and I was scared all day. This is where it gets interesting. Me and my friends, sometimes we don't take the bus home after school. Sometimes we walk. And mind you, this walk sometimes can be anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes, depending on how fast we're walking or if we're just taking our time. We had a specific way that we walked every time, the same route every time. On this particular day, one of my friends decided it was best for us to go another route. And she said, let's make this turn here. When I realized where we were turning, I immediately had to gather myself. My brother, he told me to never go to this particular place. And it just so happens to be the turn we're making. How wonderful. So we walking through, and it's fine. It's quiet, it's peaceful. Until I hear somebody yell from the distance, is that them? Is that them bees? And I'm like, I know those are not the girls from school that I'm supposed to be fighting, the ones that want to beat my ass. I know those are not the girls from school. So immediately, I was thinking it was a setup. It was a setup. But you know what? I was like, nah, my friend wouldn't do that to me. My friends would not do that to me. So I immediately let it slip my mind. I just knew I had to prepare to fight. Here come Baldy and Debo with a larger crew behind them. The crew that was behind them was not a normal crew. The crew that was behind them were not middle school kids. The crew that was behind them were not just females. It was men and women, high school kids. As I'm putting my scarf on, I'm just shaking my head like, yo, this was a setup. Mind you, we're not on a flat ground, we're on a hill. They're coming down the hill and I'm on the bottom part of the hill. So if she charged at me, I'm immediately gonna fall. So I'm trying to be strategic. maybe I should go to the side. Like I'm trying to figure out how to do this, right? So here she come charging at me. So I immediately grab her hair, and I bop, bop, and she bop, bop, she under bopping me and I'm over bopping her. And then I grab her, wrap my arm around, and I just immediately put all my weight on homegirl and I threw her to the floor. But here's the tricky part. When I threw her to the floor, I went with her. So now we're both on our sides and I'm banging her in her head, her little boy head. Here come all them big ass kids, including Debo. They all come around me, they all circling around me, and they start kicking me, they start punching me. And I remember, my mom said, whenever you're in a situation and you're getting jumped and there's nothing you could do, you better make sure you cover your face and your head. So I immediately went into full baby position. When I got up and actually looked at what was going on and I saw all those people, I was like, nah, we out. So me and my friends, we out. We out of it. So we finally reached the bottom of the hill and now we're trying to cross the street. All the cars are coming at this point. Any one of us could have got hit by the car. So we got all the cars coming. I was like, all right, bam. Debo, she kept following me. I'm running, but I'm running backwards because I want to keep an eye on these people. I want to see if anybody else is coming. So here come Debo. She running after me with her big ass. Let me tell you why. We in the middle of the freaking street. I look behind me to see if there's a car. And by the time I turn back around, this girl got one good slap on my face. I ate it. It was nothing. Ate that like lunch. But it's the fact that she got away with it because I was too scared to hit her back. Oh no! When I think about that now, I be tight. So we kept walking. We meet back up at my friend's house where we hype. We talking about what happened. Everybody's yipping, everybody's yapping, and I'm like in a corner thinking like, none of my friends jumped in for me. I mean, I don't recall seeing anybody throwing hands with anybody. None of them. I left with a few scratches on my elbow, a couple scratches on my shoulder, but that's all good. Cause Shorty had a couple knotted up head, she had scratches on her face, it was whatever. We make our pizza rolls and then the day ends. And then day 3. I wake up in the morning, I'm prepared. I am prepared. Because I know that Baldy is not gonna like the fact that she got thrown on the floor. So I'm like, she's gonna come back with some tricks up her sleeve. I get on my bus in the morning to go to school and I'm sitting next to my friend B and I'm talking to her about what happened and how I feel like something's gonna go down and they're not gonna wait until the end of the day. So she's like, just put on your scarf so you don't mess up your hair. And she gave me her hat. It was like one of those Scully hats. So I put on my scarf and then she gave me her hat. So it was like double protection. And I remember that day. She's so sweet. So I get off the bus. I'm walking down the steps toward the school. As I'm walking down the steps, I see Baldy, I see Debo, and I see a few of their other friends. As I'm on the right side walking through people, I start hearing a bunch of commotion, yelling and stuff like that. So I turn around and I look and I just see like hair flying everywhere, people getting pushed, the crowd is moving. I'm like, oh my God, somebody's fighting. And I immediately thought of my friend because outside of me being picked on a lot, my friend, she got picked on more than I did. So I immediately knew it was her. So I'm running over there. I dive into the crowd. I see my friend Nas just looking at there in like disbelief, like what the hell is going on? I see my friend, she's on the floor. She's getting her butt whooped at this point. So I dive in. I'm like, get off my friend. I'm pushing everybody off. I'm kicking, I'm punching. I'm like, get off my friend. So I finally reach my friend. She's like all stuffed into the bushes, getting punched. It was crazy. So I took the girl that was punching on her and kind of like threw her to the side. And then that's when another girl came in and they just started like beating on my friend. And by that time, the teachers were outside, the principal was outside, they were grabbing me. The principal grabbed me. Get off of me, they're getting closer, like get off of me, they're getting closer. And I'm like, if they ever hit me because you holding my arms, I'm gonna F you up. And this is how I'm talking to my principal. So, here comes one of the girls. She's rushing at me, and mind you, my arms are bound. So she's rushing at me, and I'm getting like extra upset. So she swings, and so I just start kicking my legs, and then I did the most disgusting thing, the unthinkable. I spit in her face. We got sent to the principal's office. We're getting in trouble. They're talking about suspension. I just know that after that day, those girls never picked on us again. Those girls never looked in our direction again. The only time we had beef with them was during our middle school talent show, which was to close out the school year. And our dance was better than theirs anyway. Way better than theirs. But if you want a story time on that, I got you. I got you. Let me tell you, haters are gonna hate, but they never win. They never win. They never win. I hope y'all liked my very first story time, and I'm looking forward to sharing more stories with you because I have a lot to share. So if you like this video, let me know in the comments. Let me know what types of stories you want to hear. If you want to hear about the talent show beef, let me know in the comments. Please like this video because it helps me grow. I'm trying to grow, y'all. I'm trying to grow on YouTube. Come on. Come on. Come on. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I can't wait to make the next one. I'll see you soon. Bye.